I've just voted for a reformation.
Good morning, viewers. Good morning. It's actually midday, so good afternoon. Welcome to the 5th of July, 2024. We wake up to a Labour Britain. I was going to say a left-wing Britain, but I think many of my viewers will agree that the two main parties, the Tories and Labour, are different flavours of centrism. So we're driving through Sedgley Park. It's a predominantly Jewish populated area, as in the residents here are mostly Jewish. I used to work in a building just above the post office there on the left. One of the fairest bosses I've ever had. Very humble guy. I think he's on his 11th child by now. He's the man is going forth and multiplying. But no, very good boss. But the reason why we're driving through the Jewish area is that it's actually the straightest line from where I live to Manchester city centre. Anyway, let's get in the city.
Well. I'm in a bit I didn't even know existed. I was following the police, and I've ended up in some third world Karachi high street. Just off Berry New Road, and luckily a good viewer with great taste, he's said, "There's the cops, Charlie," and there they are, look, undercovers. And something about a stolen phone. Look at that, we wake up, guys, to a Labour government, and it's the same old, theft, murder, rape, corruption, fraud, all our favourites. So apparently the lady whose phone has been stolen, someone switched it on, and they ended up, "Hiya, you okay? Hey, I've been seeing you on the mean streets for over a decade. How are you?" "Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I heard something about, I won't interfere, but it's a sunny day. Happy election day. Hey guys, you alright, mate?" "Not bad, yeah."
Better than the rain, isn't it?
Much better than the rain. So I'm bowing down to my new leader, Sir Keir Starmer. I hope we, I don't know. I don't even know what to think anymore. It's one of them. Well, you guys have a great day. I'm off to central Manchester. The new boss feels and sounds quite a lot like the old boss. I'm sure they were buddies at Goldman Sachs or at the World Economic Foundation. Look, I'm not a dirty commie. There's nothing wrong with being successful and making a bit of the old shekels. That's why we're all here, to have a financially secure future for our children. But I voted reform and nothing happened.
Okay, viewers, welcome to Bridge Street. This is central Manchester. And we'll see. And it doesn't. Of course not. Of course not. Bullshit. So, yeah. I've parked up, engines off, and I've missed it. The prisoner transport at the Crown Court. They stopped all the traffic for it. I don't know if you can hear the sirens in the distance, but we missed it, guys.
We're here beside ourselves. We're here beside the family court. Every separated dad's favourite building. I'm going to have to park somewhere now, aren't I? Welcome to New Bailey. It's a legal area. You may have heard of Old Bailey in London, but this is New Bailey in Manchester. Anyway, as is tradition on this channel, we're going to look at the demolition boys ripping the rear end out of one of these big rebar buildings here. And as you can see, the big Caterpillar and JCB yellow diggers have absolutely torn it a new bullet wound. That little guy is like, "We don't want dust. Anyone? Dust? No dust." And even on the big dragon's head itself, some little dribbly anti-dust measures, which is what we like to see. Hiya. Hello? How are you? Oh, a photograph. Yeah, I'll do a photo. That one with you. Nice one. There's a Crown Court here, Crown Square. There's the family building. This is all student living now, and people are admiring a boat. Curiosity has killed a Charlie. What are they looking at? I reckon you could get about 3,000 migrants on that bad boy. What do you guys think? About 3,000, just across the channel, no problem. A few German kids. I was going to start singing Ausländer raus, but
You never know. Don't want to offend anyone. Look at these giant hogweeds along the bank here. I know you're all admiring the boat doing its 3-point turn. But have you seen these hoggies? Look at that, he's gonna make it. We'll give him a few more seconds. We know what's going on. Let's zoom in on some of the passengers. Let's see how much fun they're having. They are in ecstasy. We leave Boat Boy at 1x zoom now to enjoy the larger sensor, camera sensor on the Samsung. What did Sam sing? Samsung, don't talk to strangers. Or was that Simon? That was Simon, wasn't it? Anyway, because the workmen are scaffolding the absolute shit out of that building up ahead, we're not allowed to cross the bridge. Sorry guys, the country's full. You gotta go back. Look at that. Couple of Congolese, 7 Albanians, 5 Afghans, a couple of American refugees there escaping the Biden regime. And they look like inflatable, pull the cord and they turn into life rafts. Rubber dinghies, anyone? No one else is going to notice it. The police are not going to notice it. No one's going to notice it. So I'm going to look at this spinning plant here, catching the winds just for a few seconds. Look at that. Come on, get going again. Come on. Get the reverb. There you go. We're approaching the rear end. A lot of rear ends on today's video of the Manchester Crown Court at Crown Street. And you may have heard there was a young 28-year-old female teacher who was having sexual affairs with her pupils. Not the ones in her eyeballs, the ones in her classroom. She got pregnant by one of the under the legal age of consent boys. Pregnant, she's had the baby. And she got sentenced yesterday in this building here to 6 years in prison. Now, I don't know if you think that's a harsh sentence, if you think that's a lenient sentence, but I think we can all agree that if a male teacher in his late 20s impregnated an underage schoolgirl, he'd be going to jail for a lot longer than 6 years. Two-tier policing? I don't know. But the whole jurisprudence, criminology argument, should we even send women to prison? Does it do anything? You know, like, it's very unlikely this young lady is going to be out there criminalizing society. Although, she might have a penchant for young boys, so to stop her having babies with more school kids, maybe put her in prison for the rest of her most fertile years is a suitable punishment. Anyway, look at all the news lorries here. They're all here. A big development as well, Lucy Letby, the neonatal nurse, former, who became Britain's most prolific child serial killer. She was convicted of the attempted murder of a 7th child in there 3 days ago. And it's all going on. Here's the back of the what is it? She's doing the whole, you're not allowed to video. I'm going to get reversed into, but I can move back. There's a lady. She looked about my age. Got an eyewitness here. Any news on the lady getting busted? Was a lady kicking off and getting angry? Oh, you just come out. Well, anyway, there's a lady in the back of the van, and it's amazing. The crackies, their life is in a world of pain. They're literally going to custody, yet they always keep one point of cognitive ability to shout at the cameraman. So, watching the election announcements, there's a Labour lady called Jess Phillips. She's quite well known as a Labour left-wing politician, and I did not expect her to get heckled violently, aggressively. Okay, you can't heckle violently. Violence cannot come out of your mouth unless it's ball bearings or spittle with COVID. Anyway, she got heckled. They're all booing her. This is in Birmingham, which I thought was a Labour place, and then I remembered the large parts of the Muslim community don't believe Labour have put enough pressure on the Israelis for the Gaza war.
And let's not even mention the various independent candidates running on the fact that they are Muslim and that they mention Gaza on the electoral form. People are, yeah, I'll put an X on that. How's that going to work in Parliament when you've got 5 potential Islamists kicking off against the Jews? How's that going to work? Behind me is the Manchester Magistrate Court. I got a letter from the Criminal Prosecution Service that, Crutchy got arrested a couple of weeks ago for committing a public order offence against me. Not so much for violence, but for the things he said, for the slander that he said. And I got a message saying he pled guilty to a Section 5 public order attack, whatever you call it. And he's going to get sentenced in August. We're here and just next to John Ryland's library, and they've got the big Cancer Research UK in association with Nivea Sun. The corporations are tying up Cancer Research UK. Don't know what you think about it, but it raises a lot of money, and they've not cured cancer. There's many things that could be helpful, but they don't study it. So you know what I'm talking about, things you might get legally in Amsterdam. They don't study it. But it's just... Hello, can I please have a freebie? Oh, thank you. Now, not to criticize you guys, I got one, but is this a corporate thing or a charity thing?
We're just raising awareness about Nivea Sun and sun safety and promoting sun safety. So
all right.
Just some fun things. There's some games around the back.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's nice to know that there's a profit-making company getting involved with cancer. I think that's really nice.
Yeah, we're just
Thank you.
promoting the sun safety.
We're passing Lincoln Square. Bottom right of the image, you've got a collection of tourists admiring the large Lincoln statue that the United States provided to Manchester to say thanks for the support in the Civil War, supporting the Yankees. And when you scratch beneath the surface, it wasn't so much an emancipation and liberation because they loved black people so much and didn't want them to be slaves. It's more that the North got really pissed off that the Confederacy states, using free labor, could outcompete the North and sell their cotton at a cheaper price on the world stage. And that is the dark, horrible, clinical truth of it. Have a look at the top of the Town Hall Tower. Good old Abe, 6'5", just like me. And was it Wilkes Booth who shot him in the booth? Or Booth shot him in the head inside a booth? Something like that. Work! What does today's t-shirt say? It says Urban Anthropology Crackhead Division with the Vitruvian Man. That's from my friend Harvey at wideawake.clothing. This is where I filmed the political broadcast with Nick Buckley, former mayoral candidate here in Manchester. He did really well, considering he was all by himself without a giant PR team. I think he came third. Quite impressive. Manchester's been a Labour left-wing run council for a long time. Run mayoral office as well, very left-wing. Andy Burnham, the current left-wing mayor, wants to be Prime Minister one day. He's got all the charm and the slipperiness and the evading questions. He's got the evading questions down to a T. Anyway, just to show you how mad the world is, they cover up all the arches so that the homeless crackheads and stuff can't piss and shit and destroy the inner bit. So they cover it up so the crackheads just piss and shit and destroy the outer bit. What a wonderful Cold War we have. Obligatory tram shot. Come on, play it. Great. I start filming and Saxophone Man stops saxophoning. Oh, there you go. We leave St. Peter's Square. You can see the pillars of the Central Library right there. And our friends, the pro-Hamas criminals and terrorist cheerleaders have smashed up yet another big glass and metal building. Yeah, I'm on the YouTube. Yeah, you okay? Cheers, man.
Hey, someone walking past. Now what's with the police? Oh no, it's fire engines. So yeah, as you can see, the pro-Hamas crazies have been here with a hammer and the red paint. You can see the red paint. You can see the red paint. And the landmark building here uses quite strong glass. So they didn't get through, but they're giving so much business to Manchester Glass Limited. You know, I've bought shares in it. I've become a director of the firm. So we film the pro-Hamas. We make money off the insurance payouts of the pro-Hamas. They can't win. Just like their idiot heroes. Hamas, they're just ass, no ham. You know, we can maybe hope and pray that Sir Keir Starmer, that's a great name for a Keir, near Keir, Kieran, Ken. I think Sir Keir Starmer hates pro-Hamas and all this bullshit even more than Rishi Sunak does. It was Jeremy Corbyn and his filleting the terror friends within Hamas that almost brought down the Labour Party. They had a bunch of I can name one, Naz Shah, a British Muslim lady of Pakistani origin. She got suspended for gross racism against Jewish people. That's a member of parliament. Has she been kicked out? Of course not. But I think Sir Keir Starmer, I'm just hoping, I'm in shock about the Labour landslide. I'm just hoping Keir Starmer gives the pro-Hamas people what they deserve. Either that or it's civil war. It's not a big deal. It's coming along the platform here at St. Peter's, and there's a couple of non-ticket payers. Busted. Music man's around here. There he is, I see him. Oh, there he goes with his music. People are insane. Tickets aren't that expensive. Just avoid the shame of appearing on my channel. Just buy a ticket. Just buy it. Oh, adventures in left-wing Britain for our fallen comrades. Sure they don't mean him. Manchester in the sunshine. Oh. More Edinburgh. Manchester, I mean. My brain was in Edinburgh. Don't know why. I don't know. Spent a lot of time there. Maybe. School. Uni. And we approach the main cracky shopping street, also known as Market Street. Here he goes again. It's like, where's Wally? Where's Music Man? Check out how posh Manchester is away from the crackheads in Piccadilly Gardens. Wimbledon, guys. Wimble bloody done. Ah, the sweet sounds of Labour left-wing Britain as we look up Market Street. But we'll go down Corporation, just for a little bit, just for a little, as we pass the ginger Britpop. Oh, he's taking me back to 1998. Welcome to Labour Britain. Welcome. We're back. We're back over the Mark Addy, the abandoned pub. Now a crackhead warming up and rest and recuperation module. I'm going to try and get you guys a bit more of the collapsing demolition. I like this guy's shirt, very mid 20th century. And while we come along enjoying the sun, I'll give a little bit of commentary, spice up the video as we admire these giant hogweeds. But I'm leaving the city. You might be able to tell I'm limping. Why am I limping? I have a very dangerous and exciting and potentially violent day job. So what did I do? I kicked a table leg by accident watching the election stuff, and I broke my toe. And you're like, oh Charlie, how do you know your toe's broken? It was perpendicular. I had to bend it. I had to bend my toe back. And it went purple. The whole foot's gone purple and inflamed. But I'm limping along, so yeah, I don't recommend it though. Walk around your house carefully. Don't kick table legs. Keep it stable, Charlie. Love it. Oh! Oh, he tore that rebar apart faster than the Labour Party going to tear Britain apart. I'm with this guy here. I don't like graffiti either. Go on, you clean it up. Oh yeah.